Good evening, and welcome back to Inside Royal. Tonight's developing headline is dramatic, emotional, and layered with royal symbolism. Did Princess Anne refuse Camilla, Queen Consort, and instead ensure that Catherine, Princess of Wales, would receive a tiara once famously associated with Diana, Princess of Wales? Before we go any further, let's clarify something critical. There is no official palace confirmation of any refusal, confrontation, or transfer dispute. But the symbolism behind royal jewels is powerful. And in royal history, symbolism can feel louder than words. So what's really happening here? Let's break it down carefully. To most people, a tiara is simply a piece of jewelry. Inside a monarchy, it's something else entirely. Royal tiaras represent continuity, rank, family lineage, diplomatic prestige, historical memory. They are worn at state banquets, coronations, and diplomatic receptions, moments where the monarchy presents itself to the world. And certain tiaras carry emotional weight far beyond diamonds and platinum. Anytime jewelry connected to Diana is mentioned, public emotion intensifies. Diana remains one of the most beloved figures in modern royal history. Items associated with her often carry deep sentimental value for the public and for her sons. The idea that a tiara linked to her legacy might move between senior royal women naturally sparks attention. But it's important to understand something. Most royal jewels fall into two categories. 1. Personal collections. 2. The crown collection. Access is determined by rank, occasion, and monarch approval, not personal preference alone. Princess Anne has long been viewed as the monarchy's quiet enforcer of tradition. She rarely engages in public drama. She avoids spectacle. She prioritizes duty over sentiment. If her name is attached to a story involving jewels, observers assume she acted out of principle rather than rivalry. But Anne does not unilaterally control crown jewels. Decisions about access typically involve palace officials and, ultimately, the monarch, which means any claim of refusal must be viewed through procedural reality. As Queen Consort, Camilla already has formal access to established crown collections for state occasions. Her position is constitutionally defined. However, certain pieces may be closely associated with specific historical figures, and palaces often consider symbolism carefully when selecting who wears what. That isn't necessarily about favoritism. It's about narrative continuity. If a tiara linked symbolically to Diana were worn by Catherine, many observers would interpret that as a generational bridge, not a rejection of anyone else. The monarchy thinks in decades. Public association matters. Let's examine the central claim. Princess Anne refuses Camilla. There is no verified evidence supporting a confrontation. More likely possibilities include scheduling decisions, symbolic alignment choices, event-specific allocations, strategic continuity planning. Royal jewel assignments are often coordinated months in advance based on diplomatic context. What appears dramatic from the outside may simply be administrative planning. The combination of three powerful names, Anne, Camilla, and Diana, guarantees attention. Add Catherine into the equation, and it becomes a generational storyline. Headlines thrive on perceived rivalry. But monarchy operates on managed optics. If Catherine were to wear a piece strongly associated with Diana, the message might be, legacy continues through the next Princess of Wales, not conflict between royal women. We are currently in a transitional era. King Charles's reign represents one generation. William and Catherine represent the next. As transitions unfold, visual signals matter. Jewels, appearances, and patronages gradually shift, not abruptly but noticeably. This isn't unprecedented. During past reigns, similar transitions occurred quietly. If Anne offered input, and again, there is no official confirmation, it would likely center on tradition. She understands the importance of preserving historic associations. She may believe that pieces emotionally linked to Diana are most appropriately worn by Diana's direct successor as Princess of Wales. That would not necessarily be a refusal. It would be a continuity decision. The late Princess Diana remains a powerful figure in public memory. When Catherine appears in jewelry reminiscent of Diana, it often evokes nostalgia and continuity. The monarchy is aware of this emotional connection. It carefully balances honoring the past without appearing to exploit it. That balance requires sensitivity. There is no verified indication of tension between Camilla and Catherine. Both women have distinct roles. Both represent different chapters of royal history. And Princess Anne has historically supported institutional unity. If anything, her reputation suggests she would discourage rivalry, not inflame it.